Hey everybody, welcome to this latest edition here of Storm Talk. And man, we got a lot to talk about, certainly for the overnight hours for tonight into the day coming up on Monday and on Tuesday. We have several waves of energy coming through. I do not think we're going to face anything, obviously, what's happened in Oklahoma and Arkansas tonight. I know that you are watching the post carefully about the news out of there. It's just horrible to hear what's happening. That will likely continue all night tonight, and we'll see another day like that again tomorrow. It looks like just a little further to the east, but very active there. We're on the edge of the worst here of the storm system, but we're close enough. We got to watch it carefully, because if the instability values we're going to show here in a second are off at all, then our situation could end up being worse, and on the flip side, it could end up being a little bit better too. So just stay tuned. We'll keep an eye on the trends here as we head into the overnight hours and throughout the day tomorrow. It's an ever-changing situation, so it's worth stressing at. Here's the latest on our radar. We're down to 64 degrees. Still got a gust out there at 33 miles per hour. These showers and storms that came through here produced several warnings. We've had some trees down, weird-looking clouds. I know you guys saw that as it came through here. It's an actual warm front. An actual warm front is actually a little further to the south of where it is currently showing up on the maps. But you can see how the showers and storms on the flow down into the south move in due east, and then they get on the other side of the front, and they kind of like a back flow here, if you will, but the storms are moving more northwest. And but once they get over the warm front and get into a stable environment, they fall apart pretty quick. So that's why those of you across our northern counties here have yet to really see much action here when it comes to thunderstorms, because the storms are becoming elevated once they get that far to the north, and their severity then is cut down quite a bit. So the main concern we're having for anything severe is going to be right along and south of the front, which for the most part things look pretty quiet for now. That is likely to change. Let me switch the radar view over and go to a wider scope into areas of what's happening to the west. This is where, man, just a nightmare situation developing in Arkansas, into areas of Oklahoma and into Missouri. Let me take the watch boxes off so you can kind of see the setup here, and I'll take the lightning off here as well. I want to bring your attention to this line here of thunderstorms that's kind of located on the main front itself. These are all surface-based storms in Tennessee. These are going to work their way up to the north and east. You'll see in the models in a second how they are trying to break this band up, though, as it moves in our direction, which is good, but still our southern counties may see some severe weather out of this at, say, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. We'll watch it carefully as these race in our area between midnight and 4 a.m. Then we're going to get the effects of this system in Arkansas. We'll get a lesser degree of it, but it will be heading our direction as we head through the morning hours on Monday, and then yet another reaction already developing in Oklahoma. That's going to be the main front itself, which should come through on Tuesday. So we have a lot to track as we have the next couple of days. So here's the latest on our in-house model. This, again, is showing where the storms will be in Tennessee, moving up to the north and east. Again, the model is off a little bit on the timing already, so I think it'll be a little bit later. But nevertheless, it should break up enough as it comes through here at around 4:30 in the morning. It's a solid band now in Tennessee. It may get broken up enough to where it's not as solid at 4 a.m., but still we got to watch it at that time period. There could be some gusty storms, and I would not rule out a few warnings along this as it passes through. This will be the actual surge of warmth and moisture coming through at that time. Our winds will go due south at that point. Then we'll see the effects of what's happening in Missouri and everything to the west of us overnight. We'll begin to move through here at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Between, I would say, 9 a.m. and midday is going to be the frame here of timing. I'm thinking that we're going to have another round of thunderstorms roll through. Some of those could be severe, especially on the Kentucky side of the Ohio itself. Damaging winds and an isolated brief tornado cannot be ruled out in this setup for late morning tomorrow. Then here's the kicker. How much sunshine we're going to break into is when to Monday afternoon. The models are in pretty good agreement. We're going to see some sunshine, and that will send temperature skyrocketing. I'm considering raising the numbers up for highs tomorrow into the 80s based on the trends to go sunny for the afternoon. And then we got to wait and see what happens with this mess developing to our west that'll move in here as we get into Monday evening. Now, I got to switch model views because once you go beyond 24 hours, the models are not as detailed, if you will, with the look they have. But you can kind of get the general sense. There will be a band of showers and storms that'll pass through here as we into Monday night. We'll get a break, and then as we into Tuesday, we'll do it again. But this time, the cold front itself is going to be located right up along I-65 when these storms develop Tuesday evening. So I think it's going to be mainly a central and east Kentucky event for Tuesday night, more so than our western counties. But we'll trend that carefully once we get a little closer. Then finally, it's out of here and just nothing but showers, what we're talking about as we head down the road. I'm just going to show the 7-day. Usually I do the 14-day, but we've got so much going on the next 7 days. I'm just going to stick to that You can see the trend here. Again, I'm going to probably raise the highs up for Monday. I may keep it about the same for Tuesday, but 80s are easily reachable with a few hours of sunlight given the setup. And then we'll cool down in some spotty showers as we get through the rest of the week. Parade Day, Oaks, Derby. We'll get a little bit of sunshine. And the key on the highs will be the sun. If we get any sun at all on Oaks and Derby, we'll be 60 to 63. If we stay cloudy the entire time, we will not get out of the 50s. And there will be a passing shower every now and then. It'll come by, but it's not going to be a washout. I'm hoping we don't get stuck in a pattern where we get drizzle, because that's how it was last year. And hopefully we can keep it all very spotty in nature and not so much drizzle to where it doesn't make things too miserable out there. But I still think we could get some sunshine mixed in there. And if we do that, actually will make for a pretty pleasant day considering the indications we're getting now. But we'll worry about that once we get a little bit closer. Our main concern is going to be the storms we're going to have at 4 a.m. tonight. We'll see how that develops. We had another round of storms late morning tomorrow toward midday, and then we'll see how severe they get as we into Monday evening. Some of those could be rather intense. Storm Prediction Center has us under a slight risk for tomorrow, a moderate risk Tennessee southward. I would not rule out that they move the moderate risk into Kentucky. If we get enough sunshine tomorrow, I would not be surprised at all to see a moderate risk at least go up to about, I would say, the parkways, maybe toward the Bardstown area, maybe Frankfort. Could see an upgrade to a moderate risk if that scenario does take place. But we'll find out tonight when they issue that, which will be just after midnight tonight. All right, much more come up tonight on the 11 o'clock news about the storms, how things are progressing. And, of course, Christy's going to be in early tomorrow morning, so make sure to check out the very latest, as this is going to keep evolving and changing and adjusting itself as we get into the overnight hours. Thanks for watching.